Good afternoon. This is Miss Ballou, and we are going to do a little video learning. I'm going to do it very simple, my first time doing this, and we are going to talk about writing a friendly letter. If you will, look at your paper down there that you have in your hand, and this is just a copy of an example of a friendly letter, the parts of a friendly letter. If you'll look at the upper right hand corner, this is where you put your date, and over on the left, this is where you put your greeting. So you put dear, capitalizing dear, and then put somebody's name, make sure you capitalize their first name, and then put a comma. And then you go to this first line, and it's already indented for you. And this is where you begin your letter. You can write straight down the page, or you can indent several times as you go down the page if you change from one topic to another in your letter. At the bottom, this big part right here is called the body of your friendly letter. At the bottom is the closing, and this is where you always capitalize the first word. You can put yours truly, you can put sincerely, you can put love, comma, but anything you do, you start the first letter with a capital letter and put a comma after your closing. So if you put love, you capitalize L-O-V-E, comma, and then you come down here, and then depending on if it's somebody that really knows you, obviously probably just put your first name. But for our task, so I'll know who you are, put your first and last name, and then underneath it, put what grade and pod you're in. That would just be helpful. Obviously, that wouldn't be on a normal friendly letter, but it'll help me when I'm grading these. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Now, turn to the back, and I want you to number 1 through, say, 4 or 5. And let's take a few minutes here, and let's think about what is it that we want to talk to our friend or our family member or our neighbor or whomever you want to write this to. What are you going to talk about in your letter? What do you want to talk to them about? Do you want to talk to them about what's going on at school? Do you want to talk about things that have changed since the coronavirus has started? Do you want to even talk about that, or do you want to just not even talk about that? Do you want to talk about things you want to do when you are with them, or when they visit you again, or what do you want to talk about? So let's take a few minutes and let's write that, please. Okay, if you will, then turn this over, and this is going to be your rough draft. You're going to have, as you notice, you have one blank page with no date, greeting, or anything on it, and then you have one with something on it. So go ahead and begin your letter. Put the date. It's March, whatever date it is, 2020. Make sure you put a comma after your date, March 20th or something, comma. Actually, it'll probably be April on it. It'll be April. Anyway, it'll be April. A-P-R-I-L. April. And put the date. Then put dear. Capitalize. I already have the dear part. Put their name. And there's a comma there. And then there's an indentation. And this is where you write your information that you want to talk to your person about. This is the body of your letter. Down here at the bottom, when you finish, you'll put whatever, depending on if it's your mom, you might put love, comma. If it's a friend, you might put sincerely, yours truly, see you later, talk to you later, comma. But make sure you capitalize that first word and put a comma at the end. And then put your first and last name where it says name. And then down here underneath that, put what grade you're in. Just put 9 and then Cedar or whatever it is. Okay? All right, that's all you have to do. And then when you get through, proofread and edit. Then take your nice, neat, clean sheet. Proofread and edit means check for spelling, check for punctuation. Make sure you have an end period. End punctuate could be a period, an exclamation mark, a question mark. Make sure that you write incomplete sentences. Make sure you spell words. If you have a word that you're not sure if you spelled it right, just circle it. Ask your coach. Ask a friend. Ask them if they know how to spell this word. Write the correct spelling on top of that, above it. And just, make sure that it sounds good. Make sure it's nice. You've used appropriate words. Please do not use slang, cuss words, anything inappropriate. We're writing on an English classroom type of writing, not just so casual like in a kite or something, okay? All right. Then when you finish, you take your nice clean sheet over here, and then you redo it. You put your date back up there, which will be April something, obviously. And then you'll put Dear So-and-so, comma, indent. It's already indented for you. And this is your body. Write your letter. And then down here at the bottom, and you can refer to your practice sheet of what you do and what you put next, okay? When you finish, make sure that you give both copies to your coach, and I will grade both the rough draft proofread one and then the nice final copy letter. Okay, thank you. I hope you're having a good day at school, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.